Our new developments this morning tied to the abduction of 4-year-old Alisa Mayer. The little girl is now back with her family. Last night, police say a person of interest in the case shot himself as investigators closed in. NBC's Jeff Rosen has the latest.
As 4-year-old Alisa Mayer reunited with her parents, scared but alive after a terrifying ordeal, police were on the trail of her kidnapper. Late Wednesday, 50 miles from Alisa's house, they tracked their suspect to this farm and moved in. This is him, Paul S. Smith, a sex offender convicted of sodomizing a 10-year-old boy in 1995, not far from where Alisa was abducted this week. When officers arrived, they say Smith was spray painting this car, which matches the description of the car used to kidnap Alisa.
As the officers approached, this individual pulled out a gun and shot himself, so there was no conversation. This
is our first look at Alisa since her abduction, now in seclusion with her parents. You can see the kidnapper cut her hair to look like a boy, a disguise apparently meant to throw off police. The family tells NBC News when Alisa saw Smith's photo on television last night, she said, "That's the man who cut my hair, Daddy." And when her brother Blake saw the photo, he said, "That's the man that took Alisa." Blake was there when Alisa was abducted. For more than 24 hours, no one knew if Alisa was dead or alive until Tuesday night when the suspect dropped her off at this car wash hours away from her home, unharmed. What do you make of the person who did this?
I'm not sure. I kind of wonder if maybe he was going to keep her. He didn't. Hopefully, from what we heard, he hasn't harmed her. And he cut her hair to disguise her.
So you think maybe he wanted to keep her?
Yeah, maybe, you know, maybe he had a woman. Maybe they wanted a kid and they were going to keep her.
Alisa is said to be slightly traumatized, but overall doing well. A girl who relatives say could light up a room with her smile.
She's a really happy-go-lucky child, and she was happy to see her mother and her father. And she was sitting on her mama's lap just smiling.
Now investigators will pick through the suspect's car, looking for evidence tying him to Alisa's abduction. Still, the best lead of all may be Alisa herself. What she went through, what the man said to her and did to her, all of it could provide answers. Specialists are being brought in to interview Alisa. Remember, she's only 4.
Apples and oranges, interviewing an adult witness and a child witness. Sometimes the children have very valuable information that they can't articulate. You have to be extremely patient, you have to know what you're doing, and you have to get the most you can out of that child.
This is how it ended for Alisa Mayer, back in her parents' arms. And this is how it ends for Paul S. Smith, a self-inflicted gunshot wound as he was cornered by cops all alone in a field.